Good morning, my dear. Good morning. This is a really lovely transit when we view it through the eyes of sovereignty, when we view it through acceptance. Today we're talking about Saturn's last transit into Pisces energy. Not in our whole lifetime, but for now. You know, it's the 9th. It's 9/9 as I record this, and we're in the middle of an eclipse portal. And as I was looking at what I wanted to really do for the all signs reading this week, I wanted us to find something solid that we could really grab onto. Because sometimes in eclipse portals, you just feel like you're, the god of your understanding is at the helm, and you're like, what am I doing? What can I focus on? Focus on Saturn. Focus on Saturn. Saturn is our inner disciplinarian, yes, but it's the stable planet in the sky. On the 1st of September, Saturn retrograded back into Pisces energy. So today, we're still at 29 degrees. Saturn's going to stay in Pisces energy until 2026. So this is a good long transit. On the 27th of November, 2025, Saturn is going to station direct. This will be at 25 degrees of Pisces. And then on the 13th of February, Saturn will fully enter Aries energy. But the big finale is the 20th of February, when Saturn and Neptune conjunct, same point in the sky, at 0 degrees of Aries. That's a full, fresh energy, a full, fresh start, a full, fresh moment. What's interesting about the 27th of November, which I want to highlight because I don't believe I'm going to put that transit down during this all signs reading. I don't know how it's going to channel through, but I want to highlight this because I find it to be auspicious. It's that Jupiter, our auspicious planet, our abundant, thick, gregarious, lucky planet, in Cancer energy, on the 27th of November, Saturn and Jupiter are in trine to each other, flowing energy. Jupiter is going to be at 24 degrees retrograde, and Saturn will be at 25 degrees. I don't believe they have an exact trine. I don't believe, but please, if I'm wrong, please do not quote me on that. But I believe it gets close, but I don't think it exactitudes, as far as I know in this moment, on the 9th of September, 2025. Like, Saturn and Neptune are both pretty much conjunct right now in the sky, but they, by exactitude, by the second, by the minute, they conjunct. This is flowing energy. And if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I'm a channeler and an astrologer. If this is not your first time here, I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with trines, which, yes, they are flowing energy. Yes, it is beautiful, but I find it to be kind of like your yes friend. And so it can be a little bit, especially with Jupiter in the mix, like too much sometimes, too much. But these two dancing together, we had lots of squares for their last transit. So when Jupiter was in Gemini, we've talked about that extensively. They've had their they've had their squares. So they're setting that solid foundation. So this really says to me, like, lean on Saturn. Make it stable. If it's not, how do I say this? If it's not stable, there's like 2 points of contention that's coming into my brain right now. And there's, goods and bads. So I want to put all of this energy and all of this energy on the cafeteria line, where Jupiter says, you could die tomorrow. Do you want to be doing what it is that you're doing today? Buy the ticket, take the ride, do the thing. And Saturn says, well, yeah, you can totally eat the ice cream, but are you going to hate yourself at the end of the ice cream, at the end of that moment, and be like, you're lactose intolerant and you don't really eat sugar. So maybe find like a sugar-free and dairy-free option. Might take you a little bit longer. You might not be able to, eat at every single pit stop on the side of the road, but that's fine because it's worth it. You can have your Jupiter fun with, it's like, don't break your diet just for any old thing. Really let them talk to each other. Let them sit at the same table together. Really bring them together. And yes, like, how can they get along? You can use the ice cream analogy if you want, but if we look at the houses that they're in, and we'll go through the all signs, this Jupiter's in the house of home and safety and cultural family roots. And Saturn is in the house of soul purpose, healing, closure, and coming home. Cardinal water, mutable water. A lot of emotions. So it's like, I can pop off in traffic, you'll get that little instant fix, but then what if that's the person that you're going to interview with? And, it's like looking at the repercussions of your actions and acting like an adult. There's a lot of growing up energy that I feel Saturn in Pisces is allowing us, whereas as we learn how to reparent ourselves, we spend time with our inner teenager. We spend time with our inner child. We don't let them pay the bills. We enjoy them when we need to enjoy them and when we get to enjoy them. So we're going to see what comes through. One other thing I really wanted to highlight, and this is another, we speak in lenses around here because I wear big old glasses, and so I wanted to view this energy through the lens of the tarot as well. Whereas this is last decan of Pisces energy. So like 20 degrees of Pisces to 29 degrees of Pisces. This is the Saturn card. So this is an ending, a full ending of a cycle at the last degree of the zodiac, which is a beautiful, beautiful card. One of the best cards in the deck. Like happiness, joy, no matter. So I found this to be fascinating, that when we view Saturn, the World card being the Saturn card doesn't make it as scary. This is a beautiful way to view this energy through. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to view this energy through. So focus, please, as always. The way to watch these, I'll give a few housekeeping notes and some updates, and then we'll get started. The way to watch my readings is to watch for your rising sign first, and then watch for your sun sign and your moon sign to get the energy and the vibrations. Wherever this is falling, you can watch for that sign as well. For example, I am a Scorpio rising, but I use Placidus. So this transit might fall in sometimes the transits fall in the Sag rising chart. So sometimes I watch for the Sag rising as well. So find exactly where 25 degrees Pisces to 1 degree Aries falls in your chart. This is the windshield wiper that we're getting right now. And ask yourself, what deep emotions don't want to be left behind? What healing doesn't want to be left behind? What happiness doesn't want to be left behind? Because Saturn in Aries, 2026 is like showtime. We got things to do. We've got places to go. We have a whole new world that we are building with our thoughts, words, actions, and intentions. We're building it from the inside out. The inside out. So I love this for all of us. If you feel called to do more of a deep dive, I have many resources for you. Please reach out. We can book a chart reading, a personalized, tailored chart reading for you. I offer those. I offer one-on-one services, channeling sessions. I'm also really excited about my newest offering, which is an astrology channeling mentorship. So for those that are integrating reading charts into their practice, whether you are a budding channeler, you have natural channeling capabilities, you've been studying the tarot, you've been studying astrology, please reach out. As always, I offer free consultations, free 15-minute consultations, so we can each decide together if working together is the right fit. I also have, for instant download, my Tarot Essentials program, which we, channeling through the tarot, whether you're first starting out to tarot or you're really integrating that into your life, I have, a reference, the 78 degrees. We go through every single card, every astrological component, my channeled messages, all different things. So if you're utilizing tarot, that is the program for you. I also have my channeled Council of 9 gatherings. Those happen on the first Monday of every month. Please reach out. The links are below for that. I'll make sure that at the 9. And so you can either purchase for instant watch the last council gathering, or you can sign up for your seat at the next council gathering that happens over Zoom at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the first Monday of every month. It is a beautiful community, a beautiful group, and I am just so grateful to be able to share their divine messages with everyone, as well as my membership group, the Divine Sovereign Room. And that is a beautiful celebratory community of those that are crafting their new paradigms. Those are for the soul-led leaders, the leaders of New Earth, to have a place where you can come and also be human. We, don't really separate the process from receiving, relaxing, from living. We have busy lives. And so all of this is a tent in the middle of your life where you can come. You can take off the mask you wear to the world, your armor, your title, whatever anyone else needs you as, and just be. So I love you dearly. Always remember that my YouTube content is completely donation-based. This is not a personalized reading. Take absolutely none of what I say as doctrine. These are channeled messages. They might resonate with you. Amazing. If they don't, equally as amazing. Please use your discernment at all times. Sometimes my messages can be perceived as harsh, and sometimes they can be efficient. I have 5 minutes of your time, give or take, and so I want to give you the messages that are channeling through me in the most efficient and joy-filled and love-filled way. But sometimes I'm going to tell you if you have food in your teeth and you have something that needs to shift. So I think that's it. Please go grab your journal. We'll use the Hematite Randy as the pause. It's funny, he was in the my magic bag where I keep all of my astrology stuff. This is where all the astrology crystals live. And he was in there. I was like, buddy, what are you doing in there? It's usually on the table. It's a nice paperweight. So I thought that was auspicious to think that something that maybe you didn't expect comes back into your life, but something that you could utilize for your greater good. Maybe a person, an idea, a community, a book, something that reminds you like, oh, I can't leave that behind. I can't leave that behind. That came through strong for Scorpio placements in the last reading, so I'm excited to see what comes up for Scorpio. So please go grab your journal, coffee, tea. Oh yeah, we were pausing the video. Grab your chart. And as always, take a peek-see as to where 1 degree of Aries and 25 degrees of Pisces to 1 degree of Aries. That's where this transit has been going. So let's introduce the planets. I will most likely not put every single planet down. For the longer transits, I usually do the outer planets as well as the chart ruler for the rising sign. So we'll see. But this is the sun. This is the moon. Mercury. Venus. Mars. Jupiter, we saw already. Saturn, obviously. Uranus. Hi. Neptune. Pluto. Black Moon Lilith. Chiron. And I follow the mean Lilith and the mean nodes, so those might be different depending on what you follow, no right or wrong. And these are the north nodes and the south nodes. or North Node and South Node, which you can see this, I place it down, what the North Node is coming into, and then what the South Node is releasing over here. So let's get started. Aries rising. Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon. There is something that like can't be left behind, like similar to Scorpio energy. And it's part of who you are. There's like, I'm seeing Lilith in your house of deep transformation, Chiron in your house of self, and your chart ruler right now, the 9th of September, or when this transit started, in your house of relationships. The next eclipse is happening pretty much on your descendant sign over here. There's a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. This might not make sense. I would spend some time very deeply in meditation with your own guides and higher self. Guided meditations could be helpful if this is new language for you. I have tons of resources for you on my website if that resonates, if you feel called. If not, tons of free resources on YouTube. I have on my website for free, Meeting Your Higher Self. I'd really spend some time in the depths of meditation and really utilize this transit to find, inner teenager, inner child, inner teenager, full chill. There's some frustration. And so mastering this Mars transit over here, you know, I have my Mastering Mars program, could be life-changing, could be absolutely life-changing. And for anyone who's interested, we can book a consultation just to talk about it, to see if it's the program for you. So just please know that you're not alone. But this is, this is big stuff. This is big stuff. When Saturn does go direct, buddy, on the 27th of November, when Saturn goes direct, your chart ruler in Sag over here, I love that. I love that. I love that. By the time, Mars goes into Scorpio on the Libra equinox, some people might be really leaving your life right now. Let them. It doesn't have to make sense. Let them. You're making space for something bigger. You're making space for a healthy community, the stage you're meant to stand on, what you're meant to do, your business. There's just, and it doesn't have to make sense. It's just, I don't even want to use the term bigger. It's just different than what you thought it was going to be, Aries. It's just different than what you thought it was going to be. That's it. That's it. When Saturn does go into Aries on the 13th of February, you'll be here, you'll be here, you'll be here. Yeah. This is fully about community. This is fully about community. There's a home that's looking for you, but it might just not be ready for you yet. There's my tissue just ripped apart. There's something that has to break down, and it might be inside of you. It might be inside of you. It might just be a mental construct. It might just be the fact that you don't have to figure this out. Yeah, what if I told you you didn't have to figure it out, you just had to vibe? What if all the things that you've been stressing about, you don't have to stress about? really. And it's like that, it's like the parable of, money manifestation. Whereas we focus on it, we focus on it, we focus on it, we focus on it. But when we're just focusing on it, we recognize that, like, the day that the abundance comes in, like I handed you the $1 billion right now, all of those problems are gone in less than 24 hours. Like, literally every single one of your problems that you've been focused on and you've been worrying about and you've been stressing about is gone. So what happens the next day? What happens the next day, Aries? Can you start to live into the vibe? And it's a mind flip. It's a mind flip. Your inner teenager ain't going anywhere. Your inner child is not going anywhere. And your future self wants to spend time with you in meditation. So definitely, this is your house of soul purpose. This is deep stuff. This is mindset. Guided meditations could be super helpful because the of your mind, Yeah, I love you. Taurus. Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon. This is very interesting. There might be some people in your life right now that are playing a role that this might unlock it. I don't know. But your chart ruler's in Leo right now. Absolutely. So this is happening in your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. There might be some people in your life right now that are representing a role where it's like, oh, you remind me of my father, you remind me of my mother, or maybe you even had past lives together. There's something. Is it healthy? You can make those relationships healthy. You can totally have healthy relationships with old souls that are a part of your life from many lifetimes over. But I really want you to make sure that they're healthy. That you don't treat your boss like you would treat your father. You don't treat your friends like they're your mom. Like, there's something, like, you don't treat your partner like your child. Like, it's very really identifying that that's not happening here and now. Your 12th house, Taurus rising, especially being run by Aries, is very fascinating. You can talk yourself in and out of a lot when it comes to meditation, when it comes to tolerance, even. When it comes to tolerance, wow, I didn't expect that. We haven't talked about addictions in a while around here. And so it could be that maybe taking a breather from whatever type of journeying and plant medicines you're utilizing. I talk about it in my workbook, in the 2025 workbook, where eclipse seasons or, sometimes Mercury retrogrades or whatever you'd like. You will have a Mercury retrograde within this, like December. And so Saturn will be direct at the time. But really asking yourself, like, if you're going into something ceremonial, I want you to look at everything as ceremonial. Like, the food you eat is ceremonial. The water you drink is ceremonial. The friendships, every single breath, every word that comes out of your mouth, Taurus, is a ceremony. It is a celebration of who you are. Like, really unpack a little bit of what happened for the full moon eclipse in Pisces. It was in September, depending on when you're watching this. Like, what was coming up for you? If you have Aries placements as well, really, there's a lot of growing up. There's also, and if you have Aquarius placements as well, this came through the other day about like identity and gender and roles and identification. So there might be a little bit of like, who even am I right now that's coming on? That's not for everybody, but that's just for certain people. You're a soul having a human experience. We are all souls having a human experience. How's that? I mean, not that's it. That's a, we're God having a human experience. That's pretty amazing. But it's you today might be different than yesterday, might be different than tomorrow. So just let it be, let it flow. And don't worry about the title. Don't worry about the label. By the time, that beautiful, but also like, I don't want to use the term dangerous, but it's like the yes friend. The yes friend. You can cause a muck on the 27th of November when Saturn goes direct and is trining Jupiter retrograde in your house of early learning and communication and short trips. Like siblings over here. Yeah, there's some ego stuff. There's some ego stuff that I want you to either feel it on your own and recognize your own actions and recognize that like it's it's like that. Oh my God. It's like I saw a few months ago, there was this thing where it was like, I could have used a hug, but instead I bought a villa in Italy. I could have used a hug, but instead I did this, where it's like, I want to give you a hug. You're allowed to feel every bit of your inner child, your inner teenager, your inner being, your inner soul. You're allowed to feel every bit of it. But are they running the ship? Are they running the ship? Give them a time block. Give them a day. Take a day off. Take a personal day and be with your inner child and give them what it is that they need. Be with your inner teenager. You need to have a little bit of a firmer hand with your inner teenager or else they will destroy your life. I have on my website a blog, Working with Your Inner Teenager. There's a video that goes with it, really working with your inner teenager. In my Mastering Mars program, we talk about, the inner teenager versus Mars. Like they're in there. They're in there and they have a beautiful place in all of our lives, but they will destroy your life if you let them take over the adult human avatar. So be very aware. How can you identify when the inner teenager is running amok? I talk about it in that video. It could be very, very helpful. It's in the toolbox, I believe, my public playlist, the toolbox. And if you go to my website, the blog, teenage angst, working with your inner teenager, it links to the video. So it could be very helpful right now. Very, very helpful. I'm not coming at you. I'm doing like my next 31 days of devotion are to be with my inner teenager and my inner child. So like, I'm not coming at you. They're worthy. You are worthy of reparenting. You're worthy. I love you. And reach out. Reach out if you need some assistance. I'm happy to have a session. I'm happy to hold space. If you really want to have someone to hold a container for you as you process this, you are not alone, Taurus. I love you. Gemini. Gemini rising. Gemini sun, Gemini moon. Okay. I see it. You got big things. I mean, we've been talking for a while now. You got big things. You got big things coming up. You got big things going on. Honestly, I feel as though for you, and this is not going to be for everyone, but what I'm seeing is that it's not 2026 where things really shift for you. It's from now until 2026 that things shift and that you're put in the environment so that 2026 you have a more stable, solid foundation to do whatever this is, whatever that is. Like amazing stuff. So there could be a move. It could happen swiftly, like extremely swiftly. There's an environment that needs you. There is a stage that needs you. There's an app for some of you. If you are public, if you are a spiritual entrepreneur, look into other apps. Like look into Threads or look into like X or Snapchat or just something else that you're not utilizing. Pinterest. Dude, I love you when I say this. Like, just have the camera rolling for your normal life. You are the art. I just can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. But at the same time, I can't be codependent with you. I can't force you to turn on your phone, to turn on your camera, and to record the beauty that is your daily life. I can't force you to post it. I can't. You can only, like, if you have Cancer placements as well, we've been talking about this for a long time, for like 6 months. I cannot force your hand. So there's a difference between receiving, free all signs readings and deep diving into the work. There's a difference between being aware of the root of why I am the way that I am and actually changing it. There's a big difference. It takes courage to change. It takes courage. This trine is insane. Insane. In your house of money, in your house of legacy. Like, where will your chart ruler be for that? In Scorpio, 20 degrees. Yeah. It's too wide. It's too wide. This is 25, this is 24, and this is 20. I see it. It's too wide for me. I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't. It's too wide for me. But because it's your chart ruler, go for it, kid. Go for it. Daily life wants to change. Legacy, money. Like, make it happen. Make it happen. But it starts with you. It starts with you. This is going to be harsh, and I love you. You holding back. Like, I'm not stroking your ego here. I'm not stroking your ego to say that, like, you are the star, you are the art, you are the thing. You are, and the world needs more art. So this isn't about you. This isn't about you. This is about the people that need you. This is about your community that's looking for you. This is about the people that you're going to inspire. So it's not about you. So reps and sets, your homework, Gemini, is doing something so many times that you don't care. Like, you have a piece of poetry to read. Recite it so many times that you could do it blindfolded. You could read it backwards and forwards and upside down and crisscross, so that if you're on a stage or in front of a camera, you don't care how many people see you because you just know how to do it. Start doing something a lot more often than you're doing it. And stop, please, I love you, and I'm sorry that this is harsh, but it's Saturn. This isn't about you. This is not about you. This is about the people in your life that need you. Have you ever had one piece of music, one art piece, one word change your whole life? Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Go on to, after this, go on, and I want you to watch the Stairway to Heaven, Heart's performance, honoring, like, go watch it. Go watch Heart singing Stairway to Heaven, and put it on your headphones or on the biggest TV screen you can, and tell me you're the same person after watching that. Come back after that and tell me you're not the same person. Like, if we've never met and I'm meeting someone and I like them, I tell them, you go watch that performance and that you'll understand more of who I am. Okay? You go do that. I'm gonna take a sip of water, Gem. I love you. I'm proud of you. Yeah. I love you. I love you so much. Cancer. Cancer. Cancer rising, Cancer sun, Cancer moon. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. It's funky dunky for you because you're run by the moon, but the moon is skadoo-doo-dooches. So we're going to put it down for, like, I did the 9th of September at 9:09 Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll look at the 27th of November, and then we'll look at the 13th of February. So your chart ruler, the moon, is going to be in your house of legacy for right now, or it is right now, whenever you watch this. Actually, I'm going to go to the 27th of November right away. We're going to go there right away. The moon will be in Pisces. Where are you, Pisces? This is going to be when Saturn goes direct at 25 degrees of Pisces energy. trining Jupiter in your sign. This is in your house of quest, adventure, long distance travel, and higher education. If you have Gemini placements, you could be moving very swiftly. And I also have the same feeling that I said to Gemini, your 2026, you've got bigger things to do. You've got things to do. I don't even want to compare it to anything. You've got things to do. You have a community that needs you, that is looking for you. Like, this is, it's built into the stars. You are expanding. You can't Alice in Wonderland yourself into the same old box. This is a Jupiter run house over here, the 9th house. So this is very connected to Jupiter. I would check your natal Jupiter. I would really work with, like, this is beautifully big stuff. But don't play small anymore. Yeah, stop playing small. Expand your mind as to how something big can be delightful. Yeah. There might have been a lot of, for these, you know, the new moon that was in Virgo, 0 degree, and then the full moon eclipse over here, new moon eclipse that we're having, just depending on when you're watching this. But if you're watching this near the end of 2025, going into 2026, just really look at what was happening end of August, early September, because like that was like your release, your slingshot. I think of the glyph of Sagittarius, where it's like the archer of it, you gotta go. But I do feel like this is meant to happen quicker for you. Definitely before the Aries equinox, definitely during this eclipse portal, from this eclipse portal now, September 2025, before February 2026, I just feel like your life is going to put you exactly in the environment that it's meant to be in, that you're meant to be in, the fertile ground for you to do whatever it is that you need to do. And that 2026, it just might be like a whole new world. I really also want to highlight this, you know, 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree. This trifecta here. I'll move everybody else. This is going to go well into, I know we're talking about Saturn, but it's staring at me, so I can't not. This connection, you know, Saturn will scoot. So the 3 of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree. They're going to connect a lot more into 2026, but they also connect in 2027. Please don't quote me. I believe it's at 4 degrees. So this sextiling, and trining, deep transformation, legacy, public life, soul purpose, healing closures. This is big stuff. This is big stuff. So I would really look into this. I know that you came here for Saturn, but I want to plant this seed for you to look into where those 3 points, or where like 0 to 4, 0 to 4, and 0 to 4 of Aries, Gemini, and what are you, Aquarius, falls in your chart, and really do some, like, that's where the biggest expansion is really looking to happen. So I don't think that was all over the place. I think that was exactly what somebody needed to hear. So thank you for being here, Cancer. I respect you. I respect you. Yeah. And if you have Gemini placements, you are just in an upgrade right now. You're in an upgrade. So rest and drink a little bit more water than you are. Love you. Leo rising, Leo sun, Leo moon. This is your inner world. Yes, but it's also in your bank account. Madame Esma. Just gonna move her for a minute. Yeah. We'll put the sun down because it's your chart ruler. Yeah, for right now, if you're watching this close to the 9th of September or the beginning of September, my mind's on my money and my money is on my mind. And this transit might be like, you know, I'm just listening. Because I spoke harshly to Gemini, if you have Gemini placements as well. If you have Aquarius placements as well. This isn't just about you. So thinking about how you can give. I was watching this clip, the woman, Shonda Rhimes, I want to say, she wrote The Secret. Just a beautiful Aussie woman, and just like her face is like looking into the sun. It's so beautiful. And someone asked her, like, when you were making The Secret and you were down and out and you were just like in debt, like what was the shift in mentality that you made that really like unlocked it? And this is something that I've been working with the past few days because it really resonated with me. She was like, when I thought about paying my team, when I thought about all of the people that were going to benefit, like in my immediate community, of the people that I get to pay that are helping, as well as the people that are going to benefit from The Secret and the movie. So reminding yourself that in the best way, this isn't just about you, it's about the people that you get to bless. It's about the people that you get to bless. So let's continue. The 27th of November, when Saturn goes direct, we've got that trine we talked about in the beginning. Your chart ruler, the sun, is going to be in Sag. Play, joy, and romance. I do want you, like, if you're in a divine partnership, have some more romantic nights. Yeah, make it like, if you don't already have a date night every single week of your life, look at that, look at that, look at that. And then on the 13th of February, your chart ruler will be in your house of relationships, very much connected to relationships, very much connected to what it is you're supposed to do in this world and how generous you can be. And not about being, there's like a difference between being generous and being generous. There's a difference between like being generous in a way that is like, is the camera rolling? Like, I get that, but there's just being generous to your team, to the people that are around you, to be able to, you know, tip 50% wherever you go and not need the accolade of it. And yeah, and so it's being generous of heart, Leo. We don't always have to play, like, we can discern 100%. We can discern. But we don't have to play God. We don't have to play Source. We don't have to play the universal deciding. Just work on hiring a healthy team and then being generous with them. Yeah, for some of you, it definitely is time to hire a team. You don't have to do it all alone. Reach out. Reach out. We can definitely book a session and we can talk about this. Like, you're not alone. I'm happy to hold a container for you to decide what's best. I'm happy to do that. You do not have to make these decisions alone. I work with powerful leaders. That is what I do. So if you're curious, reach out. We can have a consult and just chit chat for a little bit and see if working together is a good fit. If you're ready to take some leaps of faith, I'm here. Virgo rising. Virgo sun, Virgo moon. Some of you are in environments that I don't want you in. You don't want to be in. Get out. If you have Pisces placements as well. Yeah. Get out. Get out. This is very niche and very specific. But if you're a teacher, if you're a Virgo teacher, some of the best teachers I've ever met, some of the best nurses and teachers I've ever met had heavy Virgo placements. And you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's time to walk away. There's a lot that you can do to be helpful for a lot of people on the other side of things. Please don't go down with the ship. Yeah. If that resonates, please reach out. Like, that just came in like a wave. Like a wave. I mean, it's back to school season, so I totally get it. It makes sense. But like, this is happening in your house of relationships and important people. Also, this is the house of open enemies. Why are you in an environment that you don't want to be in? You don't just sacrifice yourself for the kids. You can be helpful. And being a leader means leaving and leading the way out. The ripple of you leaving will affect the parents that don't even want to send their kids. I'm not going to get into it, but there's someone out there that needed to hear that. So, but for anyone, if you're doing a job that you don't want to be doing, it doesn't feel good, why are you there? Sorry, I gotta pay the bills. I totally get that, but you could do something else, like anything else. Like anything else. So taking this opportunity to look for something else. And don't do it in the, all right, I'm going to go on LinkedIn type of a way. On YouTube, my playlist, the toolbox, there's a practical manifestation technique. And that could be a really helpful technique for you to decide from the outside in what it is that your perfect day looks like. Or even just craft your perfect day. We all have a role to play. We all have something beautiful to do. So find it. And this can be exciting. It can be exciting. Be such an exciting time, especially with Jupiter sitting in your house of community and friendships and wishes for the future. If you're only there for a little bit longer, it might be time to go. Like there's a Virgo-sized hole in a different community that's really looking for you. It's really looking for you. So especially, November 27th, when Saturn goes direct, there's that trine we talked about in the introduction. Your chart ruler will be in Scorpio, 20 degrees. It's a very wide trine, I like a 1 degree orb. So this is, I'm only doing this for you and for Gemini because it's your chart ruler and you're the only ones that I have Mercury on the board for. But really, early learning, communication, short trips, check up on your relationship with your father, the inner parent within you, community. If you have heavy Pisces placements as well, this could be a big deal. Because a lot of the Virgo Pisces, it's very, like, y'all are really good with money, in my perspective, and the Virgo and Pisces placements that I've seen, y'all are really good with money. So this could be a huge opportunity for you to, like, say that money isn't everything. And it matters more that I don't feel like I'm bleeding from the ears when I come home. And I don't feel miserable. There's another video that I had put out, when your job doesn't align to your soul's path. That could be something that can just unlock some codes within you. But you are not alone. I'm hearing some of you just be like, what do you know about it? What do you know? Dude, I was corporate through and through. Like, I changed my entire life and my entire trajectory at 32, 33 years old. I was being prepped to be the area director for a corporation. Like, dude, I'm not in any way, like, just being like, walk away from the thing, everything will be fine. Dude, I had to go through borderline homelessness. I went through the rough way of having the awakening. So I'm not coming at you. I'm speaking from, like, absolute knowingness as to what it is that you're feeling and what you're going through. I've been standing where you're standing. I had to be told once that I was allowed to quit because I was crying every single day because I couldn't protect my team. Like, I'm not, like, this is what I do and why I'm doing what it is that I do, so I can connect to you, soul across time and space, over YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube, for connecting us. But it's a beast to walk away from corporate, to walk away from the paycheck, to walk away from the chair, the cushy job. It takes courage. And so I get why you're feeling what you're feeling, but it's worth it from the other side. So please reach out, and it could very well be that working together could be helpful. But for consultations, let me know. Let me know. Just check out my website. Take a look. Take a peek-see around. Take a peek-see. Love you. Libra. Libra. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. This will feel interesting. You're not going to die alone. You know, there was, when I looked, not just the Saturn transit, I'm just adjusting myself on my chair, pardon me. Not just the Saturn transit, but when Uranus is back into Taurus and Neptune's also back into Pisces, there, you know, when I was doing research a few weeks or a few months ago, I can't remember, I just wrote down amnesia. And it feels as though sometimes, I'll speak from my statements. You know, I used to work in service. I used to waiter at, you know, nice restaurants and, you know, been in service my whole life. And there were times that in the middle of the shift, I'd be like, this place, I'm leaving. I'm quitting. I could never do this. I can't believe, like, if the boss would be disrespectful, not even just to me, but to other people. It's like, this doesn't align with my values. The money's not worth it, blah, 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 blah. Like, I would be in tears and really shaking in the bathroom, being like, inner little Sarah, you're okay. All is well. And then when I had a few $100 in my hand at the end of the night, I was counting it when I was home and showered, I was like, oh, okay. What was I complaining about? My God, of course I'm going back. So whatever that means for you, whatever situation, this transit, Saturn going into your house of daily life and health and practical service, it might be that maybe you were sober and then all of a sudden you're like, I could have one glass of champagne. I can have, you know, like, I can have one journey, I can have one this, I can have one cookie, whatever it may be. And that this transit says it's not just about, there's something deeper. You know, it's the community that's looking for you. It's the public image that you're meant to have. It's the places that you're meant to go and experience. It's, you know, letting the cycle end. There's a cycle that really needs to end. And it involves you choosing differently. You know, the South Node in your house of soul purpose is saying you kind of know what you're supposed to do every day. You kind of know what is healthy and what's not healthy. You actually kind of really know what's healthy and not healthy. So when Saturn goes direct, your chart ruler will be in Scorpio. Yeah, it's very connected to your money. Very connected to your money. Yeah, it's like you could do the same or like less work for a lot more money. Yeah, if you have Sag placements as well, you could definitely do less work for a lot more money. Because you do it the right way and with the right intentions. And that whatever is like I'm hearing like quick fix energy. There's like a quick fix type of a thing. I want the reps and sets of what your daily life and health looks like, the health axis, to be so integrated, Libra, so integrated that no matter where you are on the planet, you will, you know, go to the gym 3 to 5 times a week. You will make sure to get outside. You integrate yoga. You integrate breath work. You eat a specific way. You know, don't go off of your, like, that it's so integrated that it doesn't matter where you are. And this doesn't have to be an oscillation to the more addictive side of things. Like, you're allowed, like, if Nona makes a cookie and she brings you a cookie, you eat that cookie. If you're in Thailand and they make something that you don't eat, you eat it. Like, don't ever disrespect, you know, cultural things. But there's some standards for yourself, for your daily life, that nobody, I can tell you what the astrology says, but you're the only one that can do the work. Yeah. It's daily. It's just sets and reps. It's just every day. Do I choose water or do I choose not water? Do I choose green tea? Do I choose coffee? Do I choose regular? Do I choose decaf? Do I choose 3 cups of coffee or 1 cup of coffee? Do I stretch? Do I not stretch? Do I foam roll? Do I not foam roll? Do I complain? Do I scroll? Do I every second you get to decide. And it's not a one size fits all. It's in every breath, choose. And soon it will become easier. But use these dates, these containers, these time buckets, these transits to say, okay, by the 13th of February or by the 27th of November, whichever one you want, I'm going to have this fully integrated. And choose one thing. Start with one thing. Maybe from now until the 27th of November, choose one thing to really shift and integrate. And then from the 27th of November to the 13th of February 2026, choose another thing to integrate. But focus on one thing at a time. Awesome. Love you. I've been looking forward to this, Scorpio rising. I've been looking forward to this channel. Because there's something fun. There's some version of you, some version of art, play, creativity, romance that's like just begging to come out right now. There's a version of an artist in every single one of us. A version of an artist. I'm not saying that everyone can sing opera. I'm not saying that everyone can, paint a specific way. I'm not saying that everyone is a writer, everyone is one thing, but there's a version of an artist, of a creative expression. It's in my Awakened Mastery program, like the key. The key is creative expression. Some people have homes, and the way that they do interior design, that's their art. Some people have children, and the way they raise children is an art form. Some people cook. Some people are comedians. Some people are actors. Some people are singers. Everybody on this planet has a form of creative expression that I feel like Saturn is like, do it. Like, do it. One of your chart rulers over here in your house of soul purpose. Yeah. The equinox, depending on when you're watching this, but the autumn equinox or the spring equinox, the September equinox, when the sun goes into Libra energy, your chart ruler, Mars, is going to go into Scorpio energy, eventually creating a square between your chart rulers in the house of self and in the house of home. So home might very well be on the mind. Travel might very well be on the mind. Money might very well be on the mind. Saturn wants it sustainable. Saturn wants it fully sustainable. Saturn don't want you to burn out. Saturn does not want you to, Saturn wants you to enjoy what it is that you're doing and enjoy your life and enjoy what you're doing and why. Really what you're doing and why. This trine here, where's your chart ruler going to be? In your house of money. My guy. I love this. This is on the 27th of November. Yeah, put yourself out there a little bit. Just use your normal social media platforms. Yeah. Just a little bit. Just put yourself out there. One small action with a giant intention behind it. And say a little prayer, maybe, if you do those types of things before you post. Just say, this will reach the right people. Yeah. God, universe, source, spirit be your algorithm. But this, lean on that. Lean on that. Lean on that. Lean on that. Because yeah, it could be a lot easier and a lot more fun. It's not like easier. You're going to make it the way that you're going to make it. Not meaning you're going to make it hard, but you like a good challenge. You like it. You like to go deep. I respect that. I respect that. I'm a Scorpio rising as well. And it's not like, I love a good deep dive. I told the story a while ago where, you know, I knit this scarf a while ago. And it didn't resonate anymore. Like I had put like a martini glass on it, and I was in a really toxic relationship at the time. So as I was cleaning out the basement, I was like, I gotta throw this away. I don't really need anybody else to. I don't want to donate this. Like I kind of just want it to be gone forever and just go to the incinerator. Pardon me. and like the conversation I had in my head was like, well, what are you gonna do? And the most, like the clearest day thing was, you're gonna knit a new scarf. And I stopped what I was doing and I just started knitting that scarf. That was weeks ago. I'm still knitting it. I'm knitting a Sybil pattern into it. And it's like, if you've ever knit a scarf before, you know it is not like a day project. Unless it's an arm knitting chunky scarf, which I love making. I haven't made one in a while. But I love a good project. I love it. I love a good challenge. But whatever Saturn is telling you right now, don't let it be so difficult. You're run by Pluto and Mars. But like, if you have cat placements, then I see you. But right now, let your fun side out. Let your creative side out. And share it with the world a little bit. It might be the spice that's missing from the soup. Love you. Sagittarius. Some of y'all are moving. I could stop it right there. That's it. Some of y'all are just moving. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's your mortgage payment right there. Yep. I could literally stop it right there. Some of you are just moving. And knowing that there's a softness to you, Sag. There's a peace that really wants to come through. Slowing down. Yeah, there's a slowing down that really wants to come through right now. Anytime during this transit, you'd be fine to sign papers, just not in the Mercury retrograde. I think it's in December. Let me check. Oh, it's November, pardon me. Yeah, November 9th, Mercury goes retrograde in Sag at 6. And then it goes direct on the 29th of November in Scorpio at 20. Yeah, so just don't sign anything during that time period. But other than that, I think you're good. But yeah, this is house and home. Or maybe you're going to renovate, update your home. Yeah, moving can be frustrating. Of course it can. But there's somewhere else, a whole community that does need you, that is looking for you, that is keen to not just learn from you, but just kind of like let you be. It's like, you know how I like to equate you to someone who's famous, because you are famous, you got that seed, you got that ba-dum-bum-ch. But it's kind of like when Uranus fully goes into your house of relationships in 2026, you know, the place in the world where the famous person is just treated like a person because they're a person, and that nobody really cares that they're famous, you know, like that. There's a place in the world that does need you, but that respects your sovereignty. And so there might be this like squeeze where you are right now, that people are treating you in a way where say this? It might feel like people don't even listen when you're talking, because they're like, oh, I know who Sag is, and I have a preconceived notion of all the things that they are, and that they can't hear you, because it's not that they're not listening, but they can only hear you to the level that they've met themselves. People can only meet you at the level that they've met themselves. So knowing that, you don't have to convince anyone to see you. You just kind of have to recognize, wow, I've shifted, and it's time for me to move. It's time for me to move along. Yeah, have your goodbyes, have a party, you know, do your thing. This could be relationships that are ending as well. And it might not make full sense, but just you need to expand a little bit right now. Yeah, you need to expand a little bit, my darling. I love it. I love it. Good stuff. Great job. Great job. Capricorn, I'm going to raise the desk up a little bit because I'm standing now. I don't even think you can tell. No, you can just hear the noise maybe. Okay. Oh boy. Capricorn rising, Capricorn moon, Capricorn sun. I'm just hearing you. You're like, I already know. More processing. More deep processing. I get it. I get it. This is your chart ruler, so I love it. 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 Yes, it's going back into the house of early learning, communication, short trips around town. You could also be moving, you know, this whole transit down here. It just might not be where you thought it was going to be, or you might have to build the house from the ground up. This is important. That Jupiter trine that happens around the 27th of November when Saturn goes direct, the Jupiter-Saturn trine, we talked about this in the introduction. Don't forget love. Don't forget love. Don't forget happiness. Don't forget joy. Don't forget about your heart. Things might be stalled because there's a person that you're meant to be with. Yeah, it just might not be, how do I say? For some of you, this is going deep inward, family processing, early learning, inner child, inner teenager stuff. This reminds me of the tower falling down. So let it fall. Let your expectations of yourself fall. Let the I had to be at this time, at this age, or do this, or I have to have it this way. Like, let it all crumble. Let it fall down. I do want you to lean on people. Healthy friends, healthy family, a healthy therapist or healer, shaman, channeler, astrologer. Someone that sees you and that doesn't peg you as, you know, if you have Sag placements as well, like, oh, you're this, or oh, you're this, or oh, you know, I know that. And yeah, I'd really do some processing what came up for you around the full moon eclipse in Pisces at 15 degrees. Could be very connected to that. I do just have a feeling that it's more about home, that this transit for you is more about, because it's you, the forward thinking. So much so like, okay, I know that I'm going into this home. I know I'm going into this success, this wealth, this happy relationship, this level up, whatever it may be. And for now, it's like you're not even looking at your environment as, you just know it's coming. So I really love this, Cap. It's like you already know it's coming. It's not even belief, it's just knowingness. So you know where you're going. Don't ever fill roles. Like, don't, have a date planned. Like, oh, on Thursdays, I'm going to have a date with the person that I'm meant to be with. And then you take out your gal friends or your mom or something. Like, don't fill those seats. Don't do that. Don't do that. but just keep going inward. This could be a very meditative time for you. Or just keep packing and keep throwing things away. Clean the house. Yeah, just keep cleaning. Keep throwing things away. Keep getting rid of things. Dressing the part, acting the part, speaking the part, putting yourself in environments that you know that you already have it. You know that you already are a vibrational match for what it is that you're seeking and creating. Yeah, it's and spend time, if you have Aries placements as well, like spending time with your inner child, your inner teenager. Please reach out. Please reach out if you feel called. Reach out. We can have a consultation, see if working together is the right fit. Check out my website, take a putz. But yeah, you're not alone. You're worthy of aligned community. So vet. Love you. Aquarius. Money. 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 This is one of your chart rulers with Uranus. Yeah, there's a whole community that's looking for you, that wants you around, that you're like, I know when I'm ready. Just hearing dress the part, act the part, show up all the time. Yeah, there was this mind flip that my brain was lying to me the other day, and I shared this on one of my lives, which my brain, the little weasel that it is, was like, you lying to God, saying that you have your first million, or that you have the house, or that you have all these things. You're lying to God. And my soul and my higher self and my true self stepped in. I was like, this is a quantum multiverse. Where I put my intention, that's what I want to feed. So it's happening here and now, right now. It is happening in this moment. That is, I'm already a vibrational match for that. I'm already there. I'm living in the house. I'm all the things. So there's some like old structures that need to go, that really need to shift. Some old... This could even be like old friends, dude. This could even be some old friends that don't serve you anymore, that you got to walk away from. Yeah, it's some old relationships that don't... I'm just looking at that trine, you know, when Saturn goes direct, that trine of your money with daily life over here with Miss Jupiter. And we've talked about this before. Like, if you don't see someone in your future, pull back on the conversations with them now and reach out to the aligned people. This could be, it's you. This could be a friend that you meet online. This could be people that you have never met in human form. That's so okay. That is so okay. But surround yourself with, you know, with what I label winners, people that are celebrating you. My membership group could be a very safe and loving community. We meet twice a month. And there's just no expectations. Just show up, and we love to celebrate each other. Monday Live, we love to celebrate each other. But the rest of this transit, like, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You already have it. You are already a match to everything that you've desired, everything that you see in your mind's eye. You've already accomplished it. So focus on the energy of the next day. It's all there. What do I do the next day? I keep living my life. I keep living my life. You just keep living your life. You know, don't get caught up in like the bride syndrome. It's about the marriage, you know? It's about the legacy, what you can do with what it is that you have. It's not about the resource. Money is a resource, like a hammer is a resource. You don't fall in love with the hammer. You get excited about the house. I love you. Reach out anytime. Anytime. I love hearing from you. Good stuff. Good stuff. Look, yeah, take a peek, see at the website. Pisces. Pisces. I don't think this is going to hit you the hardest. Not in the slightest. I think it's going to feel a lot cleaner for you. I think you just know what to do already. Yeah. If you have Virgo placements as well, I was a little harsher with Virgo, but some of you, yes, this could be the transit where kiddos come in, especially for around November. This could be the time where if you've been wanting to have a family or if you've been trying, this could be a time that that happens. There are some environments that yes, you kind of do need to walk away from, but you've known that for a while. You've known that for a while. It's about your values is why I'm saying it, because I'm looking over here and I'm like, who runs the 6th house? But it's about your values. There might be an environment, a side hustle, or like a weekend job or something like that, or maybe it's your full-time job where it's like, oh, your values don't align to mine. So that is what this is about. You're recognizing that like you can make money anywhere. You're a very successful person. Like, I'm not denying that at all. And you're a very adaptable person. So you can make money anywhere. You can do anything to make money. So let the mutability of this eclipse season, this axis, like let it take over. Let it fully take over. And let the South Node over here in your house of relationships, like teach you something. Let it release. Let people that aren't meant to be there fall away. And just because you're so adaptable, maybe it's harder to recognize that, when God is whispering to you, like, hey, this isn't the right environment for you. Hey, this isn't the right environment for you. Hey, this isn't the right environment for you. And you're just like, but it's paying the bills and everything's good. Just like, don't let the mutability become a toxic trait. Let it be something beautiful and let it be, okay, I can do this anywhere. That must be tough right now. Uranus sitting right on your IC down here. That Uranus will go back into Taurus. It will go to 27 degrees of Taurus, and then it'll go back over here. So you get the nice little windshield wiper over here. I love that. You'll go back in, you'll go back in. You're going to go to 25 degrees. Yeah, we talked before about how you've leveled out of certain situations. I talked about the amnesia, and I might do a whole video on it because it's just coming up. When Neptune is fully in Pisces again, Saturn is over here, and then Uranus goes back into Taurus. We know Pluto's going to stay in Aquarius, but we're used to that energy at this point. But when these 3 planets go back into their signs that we've known and felt for a while, there could be this amnesia of like, oh, I don't remember what happened over the summer. I don't remember what happened over the winter of 2025. Yeah, I can just sink into the nice, wet, warm blanket of my past and not grow or adapt or evolve, and I can just eat the same food and do the same things and have the same conversations. And then that, when we actively make that choice, that is when 2026 hits us like a ton of bricks. So use the next new moon eclipse that's coming up. Use it. Use the Libra equinox going to the Capricorn solstice. Use any of these times. Use the time until we get into the 13th of February. The sun will be in your 12th house at that time, Pisces. But use this energy to your advantage. And don't convince yourself that an environment, just because we've had traumatic pasts, and I say big T, little t traumas. I used to, when I was at the end of my waitering days, I was like, oh, thank God for childhood trauma, because I can feel this. I don't have to feel anything. Everything's fine. Of course, everyone is going to be miserable and screaming at each other for no reason over a situation that we created. But I was having panic attacks every single shift. So your body is trying to talk to you. Don't let your mind take over. Let your body tell you where it wants to be and where it feels good. I love you so much. This was a longer channeling than I expected, but I'm just so grateful to be here with you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for receiving this channel. Thank you for celebrating the cafe. There are links to give back, to book sessions, to reach out. I love hearing from you. I love reading your comments, and I try to respond to every single one. Reach out. I love you. Happy Saturn in Pisces.